Hey Tammy, how you going?
Good, thanks, Pato. How are you?
Yeah, really good, really good. Congratulations on such a great run at Glasshouse Standing.
Thank you. It was tough, but it was fun.
Yeah, for sure. It looked tough, hot and humid, I hear.
Yeah, and all the rain too. The rain started at like lap 5 and it was just relentless.
Yeah,
And then yeah, we had to kind of go through all the puddles and just wet feet for hours. And then the sun came out and then we all melted.
yeah. Before I forget, how excited were you to see Merlin like running down the road near?
Oh, it was so cool because I was kind of like I'd been following his journey and he wasn't detouring into Bundy,
Yeah,
but it just turned out that I had to go to Maryborough to visit my grandma. And on the way back, I was like, oh, I wonder if I'd see him. And then wouldn't you know it, see him on the other side of the road. So I'm like, beep, 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 Merlin! Did a quick
yeah,
U-turn and had a catch up with him on the side of the road. It was really cool.
yeah. It would have been. Can you believe he's gone all the way from where that was? He's in Geelong now.
Yeah, I know. I saw that you got to run with him too. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was heaps of fun.
Yeah. How
Oh,
many Ks did you end up getting to do with him?
oh well, I ran 10. Oh, actually, I ran 12 Ks and met him, and then ran 12 Ks back to my car. So I would have
Yeah.
liked it for it being longer, but I, I can only do what I can do.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Well, same. I would have liked to run with him, but because he travels such a distance each time, it would have taken me, if I'd come to see him the next day, he would have been like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
nah, he's doing awesome.
yeah. So as far as your running goes, like how long have you been running for, and how did it all begin and stuff like that?
Well, I started running after I had Zoe. So that's probably about like 8 years ago now. Um, and I just kind of wanted to get like fit, after having 3 kids, obviously.
Mm.
And it literally just started, I wanted to do 5K and then 10K and 21. And then it literally just built up from there. And then I discovered backyard ultras and I haven't really looked back from there.
Yeah. Were you always like good at sport though? Like when you were
No.
really?
No, I didn't do any sport in
Oh,
like primary or high school or anything like that.
yeah,
And yeah, none of my family's into sport. So yeah, it's just me just trying to do my thing.
yeah, cool. Well, I mean, your kids look sporty, like they do their rowing and stuff. So
Oh
you are
yeah.
on the
Yeah, no, they
scales.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, like it was more when I was like younger and stuff. My family wasn't
yeah,
into sport or anything, but my kids and Jason are. So
yeah,
yeah, no, they love their rowing, so that's good too.
yeah. Awesome. Did they get their sporting genes from you, do you think? Or
Oh, oh, I don't know. Probably a bit of the stubbornness and determination they get from me.
yeah,
The um the physique is probably more from Jason, but
right.
yeah, probably a bit of both.
Yeah. Well, they've been at your races and they've seen how tough you are. So that must fire them up to with their own sporting stuff.
Yeah, and it's kind of cute because like their teachers and stuff will like talk about me or they'll ask what's mum been doing or
Yeah.
so yeah, they are proud of me, which is really sweet.
Yeah, that's unreal.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for you to start thinking about like entering your first race? Like not necessarily an ultra, but any distance.
Oh, I think it was probably a year or two I decided to enter my first half marathon, like after I first started running. And I still remember like how hard that was and
Yeah,
like how proud I was of doing that. And then
yeah,
once I did that, I was like, right, I've gotta do a marathon.
yeah,
And then I remember how hard that marathon was. And now there's just, yeah, I can do them as training runs.
yeah. Do you remember the name of the race, the half marathon you did?
It was a local one here actually. So it was like a Bundaberg, just a local Bundaberg one.
Yeah,
And then the full marathon was at Harvey Bay.
Right.
which is no longer running, unfortunately. But I think they're restarting with some of the smaller distances.
Hmm.
But yeah, a couple more of the local ones, which was a nice kind of way to start it out.
Yeah. Do you still run like a marathon or two every year just for fun?
Yeah, well, I did Hobart Marathon this year because we were over at Tasmania at the time. I'm like, well, got to do it while we're over here.
Yeah.
So I did that and I got a PB on that. And then I did Brisbane Marathon this year as well with a girlfriend of mine.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. Um, and I've got Cairns Marathon booked in for this year as well because I want to get the Atlas like the four medals.
Oh yeah.
So I want to do that. But yeah, I don't do a lot of fast stuff. But when I do it, I'm like, oh, actually, I can actually go a bit faster than what I used to. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
So what was the fastest marathon you did this year?
I think it was like 406 or something.
Yeah.
That was at Hobart. It had about 400 meters of elevation, so it was pretty hilly.
Yeah.
So I know I can do better than that. So I'm going to be chasing a sub four this year
Yeah.
and hopefully get that.
Yeah, cool. Um,
Yeah.
so when did you start thinking that you wanted to like step things up a gear and run an ultra?
It was probably pretty much straight after the marathon, like after my first marathon, I think. It would have been during COVID. I did my first 50K during the COVID lockdown. I did it all by myself.
Yeah.
I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and just went out and ran 50K, and that was like my first ultra. Because I'm like, if I can do that with like no one around, well then I can do this.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that was my first one all by
Yeah.
myself.
So, I mean, a lot of people who I speak to, and I was the same as this before I was a runner, I thought like ultras were like really rare. I didn't know anyone who'd run one. I didn't really know much about them at all. So, did you know people who were running ultras or like friends or anything like that? How did you discover the ultra world?
Um, I think it was mainly like Blackhall 100.
Yeah,
Because a few of my friends they had already done that. So it was mainly like the trail ultras that I discovered first. Um, so then I had signed up to do I had originally signed up to do the 50K at Blackhall,
mm,
but then like I was training with all my friends who were doing the 100, and they're like, "Why are you doing the 50K when you've done all the training to do the 100?" I'm
yeah,
like, "Oh, okay, all right." So I changed my registration like 2 weeks before the race into the 100. I was like, well, at least I don't have to stress too much about it. I've only got 2 weeks
yeah,
to think about. Holy crap, I'm doing 100 now. And then yeah, after Blackall, it literally just ballooned from there, and I found backyard ultras, and yeah, it's pretty much all that I do now.
yeah. You've done Black Hole 100 nearly every year since then, right? And that was 20.
Yeah, I've done it 5 times. I missed this year because I had Red's backyard, like the week after Blackall was running.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, five years in a row I did it. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it
awesome.
was good.
Yeah, and I checked and I saw that you've improved your time by 3 hours since your first.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
yeah, no, definitely. I want to go back and improve it again. I know I can, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna give it another crack, I think.
yeah, cool.
So
Like, in Black Hole 100, that's Run Queensland as well. Like,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
the weekend.
Yeah, there's such a great team run Queensland. They run their events really well. So
Mm,
yeah, they ran the Glasshouse Standing too, and that was a great event.
yeah. So as far as backyard ultras go, like, do you remember the first time you heard about backyard ultras?
Yeah, it was Tim's event at Dead Cow Gully.
Yeah.
Um, It was before they even, I think, before he even actually had the event, he did a training run,
Yeah.
which was 8 hours. And yeah, I turned up to that to do that, and I had also booked in to do the event. So yeah, the first time I'd done that was his training run on the farm for that 8 hours, and yeah, I remember that eighth loop. Oh, it was so hard. But the best thing was like when I was coming in, because I was the last one in, everyone was like cheering and clapping, and like just the atmosphere and the community is just what makes a backyard ultra.
Yeah. And so tell me about your first ever official backyard ultra.
Yeah, so that, well, it kind of depends because Dead Cow was postponed
Yeah.
during COVID, and a few of us just decided to run anyway. So we just did like the format at home.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Is that the
so
one live cow gully or something
yeah, something like that.
with
So I ended up
yeah.
doing 11 hours in like just at home.
Yeah.
Um, and that was good, but I actually ended up getting like some tendonitis in my foot. So when Tim rescheduled Dead Cow, it was only like 3 weeks later, and my foot still wasn't good. So I was actually only able to run a few laps at his first official event, even though I'd done like technically
Yeah.
11. So it was a bit of a yeah, a bit of a shame, but it
Yeah.
kind of brought me into the sport. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Did you know
Hmm.
many other people there?
Well, I went with some friends initially, some of my running friends. That was good. They did some laps as well. Um, I think, I think, I think it was Doug. He wanted to run until it was dark, so
Right.
we were there for most of the day. But yeah, it was like between like that 6 to 12 hour kind of laps. But I just ended up, just cheering and supporting after I had to pull out because of my foot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still good.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty obvious that you love backyard ultras. Was it that race at Dead Cow Gully that got you hooked, or was there? Do you remember
Mhm.
when you realised this is the format for me?
Oh yeah, it was definitely that. It was like, okay, I know I can do more than this.
Mm,
And I just love that ultra, like I'm obsessed with that ultra distance and just pushing myself that little bit more. And each time I do it, I'm like, all right, I can change this or I can do that, or like each one has a different experience. But I
yeah.
think it's really the community and the atmosphere that I love because in a normal race, you see everyone at the start and then they're all gone.
Mm,
Whereas a backyard, you see everyone all the time and you can have chats with different people
yeah.
and you see your crew all the time. You don't have to worry about carrying everything because you're going to be back in an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the things I love.
Yeah. So I mean, you improved. I mean, you mentioned that you like improving, like finding ways to improve and stuff. And at your second official backyard ultra was you did 17 yards at Clint Eastwood, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So how did you improve so much?
Um, well, obviously I upped my training, but I think because like at the virtual dead cow, when I stopped at 11, I just stopped at 11 hours because my watch went flat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I knew I could kind of do more.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, like my goal originally was to do 24 hours. But again at Clint Eastwood, I hurt my foot again. So I had to pull out at that 17, but yeah, I've kind of sorted it out since then, but that was the thing that pulled me up at 17.
So did you buy a new watch to make sure it wouldn't go?
I did actually. And I bought another one since then.
Oh, really?
People comment about how big my watch is on my
Yeah.
wrist. I was like, well, it's gonna be big for what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have a crew at Clint Eastwood? when you did 17 yards?
Yeah, my girlfriend Julie, she crewed me. That was the year it was absolutely freezing. It was like -2 or something during the night, and we had to pack up the gazebo and everything after I finished. It was like middle of the night. We were so frozen. It was a lot of fun. But
Yeah,
yeah, we were so frozen and all the fingers were like all icy and oh yeah. But it was good. It was an experience.
yeah. So I mean, you mentioned that you went into Clint Eastwood wanting to go to get 24, but like, was there a time when you said to yourself, I can break 24 hours and I know I can get there?
Yeah, the following year when I did Clint Eastwood again,
Yeah,
um, I got my goal of 24. There was like no way I was stopping. I was like struggling at like 21, 22. And I was only coming in with a few minutes to spare, but I was like, nah, there's no way I'm going away without 24.
yeah,
It's been a long journey. It's not something that I can just do in like leaps and bounds. I've had to work really hard to kind of get to where I am today, and that makes me proud. Um, but
yeah,
yeah, it's just that work and consistency and
yeah,
stuff like that to keep me, raising the bar.
yeah. Do you reckon that's what it was that got you to 24 for the first time, was just like training hard, like, and putting in lots of like training runs and stuff like that?
Yeah, stubbornness and training, and like my training's increased even more since then. But
Yeah.
yeah, the bit of mix of both, I think.
Yeah. And what about like just other things like did you make any other changes to just like lifestyle changes? I don't know, like anything at all?
Yeah, I mean, like I've probably lost about 6 kilos. Since kind of then as well. Like just through, I do F45 now as well. So that definitely keeps me a bit fitter. Because it's strength training. It was always on the back burner for me because running always took priority. I'd be like, I'll do some strength training when I get home, and then I'd just never do it.
Yeah.
But then I found F45, and their program works really well for me. It's really close to my work as well. So I do that 3 times a week now, which I think helps with my running. Well, it definitely does help with my running,
Yeah. Well, you had
and I
a
enjoy it as
yeah,
well, which is a definite plus.
yeah. Well, you had a massive like 2025, like you ran over
Yeah,
five and a half thousand K. So is that your biggest year so far?
it is. Yeah, last year, 2024, I did like 4,700 or something like that, and then the year before was a bit less, and then a bit less.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year's definitely been my biggest year and probably my most favorite year in terms of just events and what I've been able to achieve.
Yeah. So how did you build up to running those kinds of like weekly high mileage kind of weeks? Like did you just was it is it just like building up slowly year after the year?
Yeah, literally, yeah, it's just been a gradual thing, and now like now I don't even think about um like 100K a week is normal for me now. If I
Yeah.
do less than that, it's unusual.
Yeah.
Whereas originally it was, 60, 70, and then it's just gradually built up over the years.
Yeah.
And now it's pretty effortless, which is good.
Yeah. So with the gym stuff you're doing, like have you found that doing weights has made a big difference to your running?
I think so. I've noticed like because I've been doing it for oh, probably about a year and a half now. And just with my pace and PBs and stuff, I think that's been a big contributor. And they always say that, you should strength train and stuff.
Yeah.
So I always, make sure I do that. And I do think it has helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find that like your legs get tired like later in races?
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I like my pace. I find that even though my legs aren't too sore, I just find like my pace slows, and that's what I've kind of got to work on.
Yeah,
The legs are okay, but the pace has like dropped quite a lot because I'm not a fast walker either.
right.
And when you've got all your walk run sections, I've got people overtaking me when they're walking, and my little legs are just going try to keep up, and I can't.
Yeah. So I remember at Dead Cow Gully, it was the first time we met in person, and you kicked my ass in that race. But you were on track to break 24, but you fell over and broke your hand on the 24th yard, right?
I did, yeah. It was about a K and a half after we started. I don't even know what I tripped on. I went back and had a look, but I just went down like a sack of potatoes, and my hand went the wrong way and kind of, yeah, moaned and groaned and rolled around on the floor a bit and like, well, that's my race done, and I had to walk back to the start, and yeah, that was definitely disappointing. But story out of it. It took a long time for my hand to like get better because I hurt all the tendons and stuff as
Yeah.
well. So it was probably a good 6 months before my hand actually came good after that.
Yeah,
So
well, I remember you showed it to me, and it was like it looked like the thumb was bent out of place.
yeah, no, it wasn't pretty.
Yeah. So when I broke 24 for the first time, like afterwards, I was thinking to myself, like, I can do this easily from now on. And I probably took my foot off the steam just a little bit in my training afterwards. Like, did you feel that at all, or were you just like you knew you had to keep working hard to keep on improving?
Yeah, I find I do jump into the training again quite quickly. I
Yeah.
don't have too many periods of like flatness.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I just love training so much. I like to get straight back into it. So yeah, and I love stats. So I love looking at all my Garmin and Strava stats and stuff. So I like to see the little arrow button go up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
Yeah,
always like on Strava, I like checking, like comparing my last 7 days to the 7 days before and
yeah,
the month
yeah,
before, the year before. That's what I like.
yeah. Me too. It's
Yeah.
good.
So Glasshouse Standing, was running at Glasshouse Standing always part of the plan when you mapped out your 2025 like year at the start?
It wasn't actually. I'd actually only signed up for it like I think it was like 2.5 weeks before the event. Because I've always kind of had a goal of getting last female standing, and even though I've had some great experiences this year, it's not something that I'd achieved yet.
Hmm.
And I kind of sent a message off to like Nachi and Sarah. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about doing Glasshouse with the goal of getting, last female. And they're like, why not? I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. Well, I'm feeling pretty good. I may as well do it. So yeah, signed up like 2 weeks before the event, and yeah, here we are.
Yeah. I saw a couple of photos of them. Were they crewing for you?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they did such a good job.
Yeah, that would have been heaps of fun as well.
Yeah, yeah. And like Sarah, one thing I'm not great at is like all like the social media side of stuff. So, and Sarah's amazing in that. So I'm like, you can do my social media and keep everyone up to date. And she does an awesome job. So,
Yeah,
yeah. And like Nachi, she's amazing. Like she looked after me really well. And
yeah,
yeah, it was good.
yeah, it would have been. So what's the course at Glasshouse Standing like?
It's well, if it's not raining, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's like a section which is like 800 meters of like bitumen, and then you go into like this little trail in between like the trees, and then you pop out on this just a fire trail,
Yeah.
and it's literally just out and back. That was a bit hard because it was full sun the entire day. You didn't get any shade until like 4 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're literally just running in the full sun until you get to the little cone and then turn around. So it was good. Wasn't too technical or hilly or anything like that. But just with the rain and the heat, it made it really tough.
Yeah. So what techniques or what like little things do you do to combat the heat when it is really hot?
Yeah. Well, I wear like the ice buff
Yeah.
and arm sleeves, and I put ice in the arm sleeves as well.
Yeah.
I found that works really well.
Yeah.
Doing both of those. And of course having like you drink cold. So cold drink, ice in the arm sleeves and the ice buff. And like I put lots of ice in my ice buffs. That way it took ages to melt, and I found that really helped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you like in the days leading into the race, like physically and mentally, like how are you feeling compared to other backyards you've run?
Um, I was feeling pretty good. Like my training was back up to like after Reds, my training was back up to like the 100Ks. So I'd still had a few weeks of training. And then I did the taper. And like with Christmas and everything, you're busy, so you're not thinking about it as much. But knowing like that I'd done 31 hours at Reds only, 8 weeks before or whatever, I knew that I'd be able to still do a decent amount of time
Yeah.
um, at
Um,
Glasshouse.
yeah, so you mentioned Reds. That reminds me. Um, I didn't really yeah, you were injured going to Reds, were you?
Yeah, um I'd hurt my foot a few weeks prior, and I was kind of only doing low Ks. And I was kind of tossing up whether or not I should go. But Nachi was going as well. Like we were meant to be going together. So I'm like, look, I'll just go anyway. I'll just crew you. I'll do what I can and I'll just crew you. And it turned out, because I rested my foot for a whole week before the event. Um, and then I started running and it just wasn't an issue. So I just kept running. Yeah.
And what's the Reds? 'Cause Reds is where the next Australian team are running at the Sat Champs. So, like, how would you say or describe the Reds course?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's like manicured like grass.
Yeah.
And there's like, even though there's a bit of variation, it feels like there's a lot of like slight downhill. And it's so nice. And there's like shade, and there's a few like up and downs which aren't too kind of crazy. It's a really good course. Even Nachi said it's one of her it compares with Clint Eastwood and she loves Clint Eastwood.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, beautiful course.
Yeah, yeah.
Loved it.
She ran a huge race at Reds, didn't she?
Oh, she did amazing. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah. Okay, so with Glasshouse Standing, like I think like the fragrant fifth
Yeah.
started to take off. Um, what fragrance did you use on the fragrant fifth?
Oh, well, they've actually got a little bottle of their own special trail snails, like perfume fragrance. So
Yeah.
I use that. So it's got a little sticker on it. I don't actually know. It's probably just something that they've bought from, the cheap shop or something. But I just use that, and it doesn't
Oh,
smell too bad. So,
oh, okay. What does it smell like?
oh, I wouldn't even know how to describe it.
Okay.
It's definitely a unisex smell.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's not strong or potent or anything like that. It's just like, oh yeah, that'll do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't really know the story behind the fragrant fifth. Like, do you know what the story is behind it? Like, who thought of it and why and things like that?
Um, I don't know actually. I just remember hearing about it. We'll have to ask him how it actually came about. I'm sure it's because everyone was smelling a bit on course and they've just maybe come up with it, but we'll have to ask him that.
Yeah. Well, Phil and Jashi were both did it at Biggs, so it's taken.
Yeah. It has, yeah. Well, even Phil did it on the 105th, which was
Yeah.
pretty cool. I'm like, how does he have the mental capacity to even think about it right then?
So the race started at 5 p.m. Glasshouse Standing.
Yes.
Was that the latest start you've run in a backyard?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever actually started at in the afternoon. All my other ones have been like a morning start. So yeah, definitely mentally it's different because, by the time you get to the morning, you're expecting to be, well, I'm used to being like close to that 24 hours, but to only be halfway through was like, wow. And of course, you've also got that bit of like sleep deprivation as well because you've already been awake the whole day,
Yeah.
instead of being like, waking up and starting running. So I
Mm.
think that would, I mean, I was starting to definitely get a bit tired towards the end. But yeah, I think it's definitely an extra challenge.
Right, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. So it sounds like you prefer an earlier start if it was a not.
Yeah, I think so.
I
It's
like that.
just,
I like that this race does start when it does, though, because the people who are only going to do it for like 7 or 8 yards, they can still do the thing where they run into the new year.
well, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and practicality too, you don't have to take a day off work or anything like that. You can just come after work if you need to. You don't have to try and get everything packed up, like set up the day before. We just got there like about lunchtime and set up and just kind of hung around a bit until the race started. So in practicality side of things, it definitely makes it easier for people as well.
Yeah. So I know that the race is there to like create awareness around like a quarry or something. Like, do you know much about that situation?
Yeah, there's a quarry right near the Glasshouse Mountains, which they're trying to like take, I believe they're trying to take more land. So they're like fundraising and stuff to prevent that essentially. So they are committed to that. They also had like a gazebo there, selling like items to save the glass house kind of thing, which people bought as well. So
Mm.
hopefully, it kind of comes to fruition that nothing goes forward.
Yeah, because I couldn't believe it when I saw that quarry there. It's just like in the middle of one of the nicest places on
I
earth,
know.
quarry.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. So,
So you mentioned earlier about the weather conditions during that first night. What was yeah, describe that first night and running through that weather.
it was torrential.
Yeah.
Like it started lap 5, so it was quite early
Yeah.
in the race, and it just got heavier. Like I have to wear glasses to run, and I literally could not see in front of me because like the wind was also blowing a bit, and it was just, yeah.
Was
And then because we have to kind of go down from the road into the trail, they had these like gullies you had to go across, and they just filled up like straight away. So even when the rain stopped, we still got our shoes completely soaked because we had to go through these gullies to get through the course. But yeah, the the rain definitely added to it, that's for sure. And
yeah.
and like people's gazebos and stuff got washed out as
Mm,
well.
yeah.
So people were trying to manage, getting their gazebos under control when they're getting washed away. So that presented a few challenges for people as well. I was lucky I didn't have my gazebo like that, but yeah, the torrential rain and the wet feet, just the wet feet for so long, like they were like prunes.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, whose feet can withhold the longest here, you know?
Yeah. It definitely sounds like it would have ended a few people's races earlier than normal, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously the ones that wanted to push that bit would have just persevered, but yeah, it's one of those things where it was just, and it was nighttime too. So when it's pouring rain and nighttime, it's not as much fun.
Yeah. So was that amount of rain, was it forecast? Were you expecting it to be like that?
No, there was meant to be a couple showers, but nothing what we actually got.
Ooh.
Um, so no one kind of expected it to be like that.
So
So
you weren't prepared, like you didn't bring an extra few pairs of shoes or anything like that spare because of it.
Not really. I just brought my like normal amount. Like I brought 4 pairs of shoes, which I normally do. But I didn't actually do any like extra things. Like, and it's hard to as well. Like there's
Yeah,
only so much you can do. And it was too hot to wear a rain jacket as well. So I was like, you just soaked the whole time.
yeah, just really uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah. So just make sure you put the lube on.
Yeah. Um, so hot and humid, like we mentioned before, like, and you said when that second day started, like, I mean, it definitely looked like when you look at the stats, a lot of runners dropped off during that night, and that's early in that second day. So it must be
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, it got hot pretty quickly. Like that was the thing too, because you could see the sun coming up, which was great because it means you've made the night. But then it's like, oh no, I know what's coming now. And yeah, I think the arm sleeves and ice buff came on about probably like 8 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not sure of the exact temperature that it was that day, but it would have been like 30 to 33 degrees, I think.
yeah,
And full sun obviously makes a big difference when you're out there with no shade as well. So it was just managing that basically.
sure. So I mean, you do live in Queensland, so is that kind of like the type of weather you train in?
Yeah, the mornings aren't like I try to go out in the mornings. But yeah, even the mornings at the moment, you'd be 24 degrees, yeah, at 5 a.m. kind of thing and 97% humidity.
Yeah,
So it's not particularly pleasant. We always look forward to winter when it comes. But yeah, it's definitely more like you've had a swim rather than a run, that's for
right.
sure.
Yeah.
Not like where you are.
Yeah. Well, it is warm here. I think it's gonna be 41 on.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But the weather's pretty nice. Like at the moment, it's just perfect. It's like
Yeah,
beautiful days, like in the high 20s or early 30s. Yeah,
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, because you'd have less humidity down there too, which would make a big
Oh yeah,
difference.
yeah. Look, whenever I go to Queensland, I get off the plane. The first thing you notice is how heavy the breathing in the
Yeah,
air is compared to Melbourne.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which is why we love coming down to you guys so much.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is much better.
Yeah. So at around what stage of the race was your body starting to like try pretty hard to convince you to stop?
Um, Probably around, I was feeling really good right up until like the 26, 27. Um, but like my pace really dropped off,
Right.
um, which is what I need to kind of keep working on. Even though my body was still feeling good, I was moving like really slow.
Mm.
Um, and I was coming in the end, I was coming in with about like 4 minutes to spare, which is still fine. But like my main goal was to get last female standing, which I got when Holly and Nick absolutely amazing. So yeah, I did like 25 as the last female. And then a couple more people dropped off, and then all of a sudden it was just me and Patrick, and I was like, holy dooly, I didn't expect this. I wanted the last female. I didn't expect that I would be one of the last as well. So that was cool. But yeah, my pace definitely dropped off in the last couple hours, and um, I guess I almost didn't have the drive to want to win because I didn't expect that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and
Um,
Patrick, he was moving really well. He was doing like 45-minute loops. Um, he's one of Sam Harvey's his coach.
yeah,
So I know he was talking to Sam as well, but I was like, you know what? You deserve this, buddy. Go for it.
yeah,
So yeah, it was. I mean, I definitely could have done more. If it was my A race, I would have done more.
yeah,
But I'd had a big year. Um, and yeah, my goal was just last female, which I got. So I was happy.
yeah. Yeah, Patrick would have like Sam Harvey wouldn't have let him stop.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He was moving really well. Like that was his first backyard.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, he's definitely got lots of potential there, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know how old he is?
Oh, I reckon, don't quote me on this, but maybe like late 20s,
Right, okay.
possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wazza would know. I'll ask Wazza.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Um,
Yeah.
so did you need encouragement from your crew between loops to keep going, or were you just dialed in to the job at hand?
Oh, no, like they still encourage me. But I never, they say, do you need a, like, even when I've been out running with Nachi,
Yeah,
she's like, do you need help getting in on this loop? And I always say, no, I can do it because I'm like, nah, if I'm going out on a loop, I'm gonna finish it.
yeah,
So yeah, it wasn't right up until the, like, they didn't know I was gonna turn around.
right.
Um, so I kind of surprised them with that.
Yeah,
But no, that they're always encouraging anyway, so I didn't really need too much extra.
yeah. How far did you go into the yard before you turned back?
Oh, like one step.
Oh, yeah. Did you tell Patrick before it
I
started?
did, yeah. I told him in the crowd, I'm like, I think this is probably going to be it,
Yeah,
for me. So yeah, he kind of just gave me a brief hug as we went over the start line, and off he went. Because I told him that we needed to get the course record as well. Um, and that was so he did the course record on his last lap. So I'm like, we can't leave without getting a new record.
yeah.
So yeah, I made sure that happened.
Is that 29 yards? Was that his total?
Yeah, that's a new course record. Yeah, yeah. And I did. So the female record was 27 last year, and I did 28 this year. So
Mm.
I was happy to, get that.
Yeah. One of the things
Mm.
I noticed on the videos of the race, because Sarah did such a good job on social media,
Yeah.
was how relaxed and composed like you looked all the way till the end, I reckon. So, do you think that that's just because you like got so much experience now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of gotta don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just do your own thing. Don't stress about it. You know, 5 minutes is still plenty of like it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black because I turned around, but people panic when they've only got like 5 minutes left or 4 minutes left, but you have to realize how much time that still is. So you just come in, do your thing, and go again. And I find laying down between loops actually really helps. I prefer to lay down instead of go in my chair these days.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a common type of thing. People are transitioning from the chair to the bed.
They are, and I totally agree with them. It's great. I don't think I even used my chair at all in this
Right.
last one. It's
Yeah.
just the bed's comfier, and you're actually laying flat. So yeah,
And I guess it's also what you used to, because you don't that spend that much time trying to relax in a chair, do you? You spend more
no,
lying down
exactly.
on a mattress trying to. Did you sleep at all?
No, I rested the last couple laps. Like I just laid down and did nothing. Um, but it's a bit tricky because I was wet all night from the rain and then wet all day from having so much ice. So I
Yeah.
pretty much spent the entire time just soaking wet. So it didn't make, trying to sleep very comfortable, but I rested, but I didn't sleep.
Yeah, it would
So
be like going to bed after a shower and not getting drying yourself off.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So how did it feel to finish as the assist? Because on Strava it says your goal was last female standing. Like, so how did it feel to do both?
Oh, it was awesome. It was literally like the cherry on top. Like I didn't expect to be the assist. I wanted to go far, obviously. Um, but my main goal was last females standing. So yeah, to get the assist is just it's a really great way to end the year. I was stoked.
Yeah. So even though it wasn't a PB, it was your first assist and first last female.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
would you, where would you rate it on your scale of best run? Would you say it's your best ever run in a backyard ultra, or would you still put Clint Eastwood above it?
Um, yeah, I'd say I'd probably still put Clint Eastwood above it, just in terms of how well I was running at Clint Eastwood. Um, and the conditions were also better at Clint Eastwood, but the feeling of satisfaction of getting last female, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's been my goal for a while, so.
Yeah. It does sound like Glasshouse Standing would have been close to your best run given the conditions, how hot it was, how wet it was and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I still had a great time. Like the girls taking care of me, and even just watching back on all the videos that Sarah done. I had such a great time, and like Jason was there as well. He helped pack up and drove me home.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing run, and it was really well run as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's definitely the most challenging one
Right.
I've done, which
Yeah.
also makes it satisfying to get what I did as well, because it was much harder than anything else I've done.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, considering all the people who dropped out before you must have been having thoughts that you wanted to, that you had to push through as well.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, all right, just keep doing it. Everyone else is in the same boat. Just keep doing it.
Yeah. So I've seen a few photos of you rushing, of you running in your Jashi top.
Yes.
Um, so you're obviously a Jashi fan.
Yeah, I love his shirt. I love the colors. And to help support other runners, like he's done so well this year. So yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts to run in, because I really like the colors and what he's done with his running as well. So yeah, I wear it a lot.
Yeah, yeah. His 100 at Dead Cow Gully is one of the. It's the only performance that's ever made me cry.
Oh, oh, that's nice. I think, when you see people push themselves to the absolute limit, like what he did, you really invest yourself in their race.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's done a great job. Even like Nachi, watching her do what she's done this year to get her PB and stuff.
yeah,
Couldn't be prouder.
yeah.
So yeah, I
She's
love
had,
it.
yeah, she's had a huge year, huge 2025 as well.
Yeah.
So any chance you might get some Tammy Wickham tops made?
Probably not.
Oh,
I wouldn't know what to put on it.
I would
Little
buy
little tam tam or something like that. Little
one.
rabbit, little bunny that could.
Yeah, I'd buy one for sure. Um, so have you thought about like you've achieved your last one standing goal this or last female standing goal? You've run a new PB this year, so you've definitely hit a lot of goals and surpassed a lot of milestones. So have you thought
Mm.
about what your next goal is going to be?
Yeah. Definitely I'd like to do that marathon PB. And I've got my sights set on 40 plus as well. So um I'm gonna be working pretty hard to get that.
Yeah, that's unreal.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, you've run a heap of different courses. What's the hardest backyard ultra course you've run on?
Or hardest would probably be Wild Dog with that elevation. That was just up, down. You did great at that. You did amazing at that one.
I was so determined. And I must have been
Yeah,
feeling good because I did it again last year and it was just a totally different type of race for me. I didn't even get to 20. So, but yeah,
yeah.
I did 36 and that was a PB at the time. I was just in good form.
You were considering the course. Yeah, that's incredible. And that's where we met Merlin as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How good was his
Um,
performance?
yeah, yeah. So I went to Wild Dog with Kirsty and Liv that year, and they both did fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, that's probably the hardest course I've done.
Mm.
And Glasshouse has probably been like the hardest conditions that I've done. So,
With the wild dog race, it was pretty cold as well.
oh, it was, wasn't it? And being from Queensland too, oh my God. I was crewing the girls after I finished, and I think I had like six blankets on me just to keep warm during the night.
Yeah. So have you picked out the backyard ultras that you're going to run in 26?
Um, I've been looking, but I haven't actually committed to anything yet. I would like to do another interstate one, but I'm just not sure which one that might be yet.
Maybe.
And I'll definitely do Clint Eastwood just because it's a Queensland one, and um, I've improved every year on that one, so that seems to be working for me there.
Yeah.
But
What?
yeah, Clint Eastwood, and we'll see what an interstate one kind of
No.
pops up for me. But
I was going to say maybe Reds, but it's kind of the same time as Clint, isn't it?
it is, yeah, and that's the only reason why we ran it this year was because it was rescheduled to October, but otherwise it's normally like the week before or
Mm.
after Clint Eastwood, which is a bit unfortunate. But
Yeah.
when you've got so many events, you can kind of only pick and choose.
Yeah. What about the new one on the Gold Coast?
I did look at that. There's a bit of sand running though, so I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm too keen on that.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's in March too, I think it was, which is pretty hot still here.
Mm.
So yeah, it's kind of not sure if it's on my radar yet, but we'll see.
Oh, what about Melbourne?
Wow, that could be a potential one as well.
Yeah. Dead Cow Gully. I'm listing.
Not sure about that one. Just because I've run it every single year, I was thinking about doing something different, but I haven't decided yet. So, yeah, it's still everything's still kind of up in the air, apart from a couple,
Yeah.
that marathon and Clint Eastwood. So, what about yourself?
Well, I'm locked in for Two Rivers,
Oh, yes, yep,
April in Echuca, and I'm 90% locked in, I think, for Shepparton again in September. And I think
yeah,
that'll be my two this year, but I might, you never know, I might do another one or
yeah.
maybe
And
MV.
what's your favorite course so far?
Oh, I think Shepparton. I think
Yeah, okay,
Shepparton's my favorite course. Yeah. I've run that race every year since it started.
yeah.
And so yeah, it's a sentimental favorite, and it's also a course that I ran my PB out of 38. And it's a really nice
Oh,
course
nice.
too, really scenic,
Yeah,
nice running surface. The
yeah, okay.
weather's usually pretty good, and yeah, and it's pretty flat. No,
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll do that one then.
you should think about it. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few interstaters come this year or last year because it was a silver ticket. Scott Cameron from SA and Barry Keem as well.
Oh, yes. Yep.
It was a pretty good race.
Yeah,
Um,
cool.
what's your favourite course?
Oh, I reckon it would be a toss up between hmm, Reds is really nice. I really like Reds. Clint Eastwood is probably a little bit flatter, which I love flat. But Reds would probably have to be my favorite just in terms of how like nice the grass is and how shady the areas is, and just the atmosphere there as well because it's a bit of a smaller event. I think it was capped at like 100 or something like that this year. So it's very like um, runner focused and community focused and that kind of thing. Like it was a very intimate um, kind of backyard, which was really nice. Like they really took really good care of us.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it
yeah,
looks
that
like
was good.
it looks like it.
Yeah.
Um, so As far as the SAT champs go, like you know how it's selected, you got your five silver tickets and the 10 at large list. Um,
Yes.
I was wondering, are you happy with how that works, or do you think there should be like a spot for one or two females?
Yeah, I definitely think the females need a bit more recognition. Even if it goes like top five males, top five females, or top three females and the rest are from the list kind of thing. Um, because there's really, you look at even across the other countries and stuff, there's like no one,
Hmm.
maybe one or two, and we're really quite outnumbered. Like we need to be given our chance to kind of shine, kind of thing. Like look what Holly did. Holly did was amazing, you know.
Hmm.
Nachi's right up there as well.
Yeah.
Um, and like biologically, males are always going to be stronger and better. Even the ratios at the events, there's always more males than females.
Hmm.
So statistically, we're already at a like disadvantage. But I do think there needs to be spots for women there.
Yeah, yeah. Would you be happy to get rid of silver tickets and make like yeah, like what you said, like five spots for the five females and the rest is just at large or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, having the silver tickets is good because it means people probably push themselves a little bit more to get that silver ticket.
Hmm.
But I think just having those couple allocations for, for women would be nice.
Yeah.
Um, and I know you've mentioned it on your podcast before, but even just like women have that disadvantage of toilet breaks as well. Like men can just step off 1 meter off the track and do a wee, whereas us women can't. So, and we're at that disadvantage all the time.
Hmm.
Pants never quite go back up the same, and having to squat every hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't know how I would do it. Like, because I just, yeah, like all the other guys, I just do it on the course. I don't know how I
yeah.
would do it if I had to only go to the toilet.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Because I was like, well, you basically lose like 2 minutes of precious time
Hmm.
when you've got to, do that, find a toilet, you know, and tights down, tights up again.
Yeah.
And that's even if there's toilets nearby as well. Sometimes they're not nearby.
Yeah,
So
well, well, most races only have their toilets like near the starting corral, and that's it.
yeah, yeah. And then, you go do a couple laps and it's like, oh, there's the boys' wee spots kind of thing. So and us poor women.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Um, okay, Tammy, what are your three backyard ultra tips?
Oh, okay. Um, the first one would be to make your gazebo as comfortable as possible for when you come back. Um, put a mat on the floor. Um, like, because there's nothing worse than trying to change your shoes and socks and there's like dirt and rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Put a mat down. Make your gazebo comfortable. Like, try and stay as comfortable as long as you can.
Mm.
That would be my first one. Having the stretcher bed is a game changer, I reckon.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend that for anyone trying to push themselves and go longer.
Is that part of the tip what number one, or is that a tip number two?
Oh. We could just include that for number one. That's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
Um, Tip number two, uh, would probably be to practice your laps at home, do simulation laps, find out what your body, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, particularly if you're fairly new to the format. Practice eating, because eating makes a lot of people come undone.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, practice simulation laps.
Have you ever had issues with eating?
Yes. Um, I didn't have any, I had zero issues with eating at Glasshouse. I got a tick on every single one on my plan, which was amazing. I
Yeah,
did have issues with at Reds, but I don't really know what the cause of that was. Um, but I've kind of got the eating kind of down pat now with what works well for me,
yeah.
which is good.
What are your favorite things to eat? What's in your kit?
Creamed rice,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
jelly,
Yeah.
custard, hot cross buns are really good because
Oh,
they're high carbs.
yeah.
Um,
The chocolate ones or the ones with sultanas in them?
oh, I just do the ones with sultanas.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, there's like 240 calories and like 46 carbs or something, 46 grams of carbs. They're great. So
Right.
they're that little bit denser to kind of fill you up more.
Mm,
So I love those.
yeah.
Um, what else? I did apricot balls as well. I made some apricot balls,
Yeah.
which was good.
I was going to say it's lucky that they always sell Easter hot cross buns, no matter the time of year now.
Yeah, yeah.
Get
Well,
the-
if there's no hot cross buns available, normally I'd do like scones, but as
Oh,
soon as they brought out the hot cross buns, we're like, ah, that's perfect. I'm getting some of those.
because scones are a little bit drier, aren't they?
They are, yeah, yeah. Um, and I always alternate between like more wet food, like fruit cups, and then I'll have something heavier,
Oh yeah.
like a hot cross bun, and then lighter
Oh yeah.
and
Like you
yeah,
alternate loop one, loop two, loop one, loop.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
because there's nothing worse than having, 5 hours of trying to stuff a biscuit down your mouth when it's dry as the desert kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
so how fast do you run your loops in? Like, do you have like have you changed your pacing plan over the years?
I used to be really strict on doing a 700-meter run, 300-meter walk. I was very strict on that.
Yeah.
But I'm a lot more flexible now. I go more by average pace. So sometimes obviously the course can dictate what you do. Um, so I kind of just do average pace now and I'll get it down a bit. I was like, okay, I can walk now. So I'll walk until it gets up again. And then, yeah, I'm a bit more flexible now, which I think you need to be. You got to have that flexibility there because if you're too rigid, it messes with your head.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, like if you do a loop that you're going to come in with 3 minutes, for example, like
Yeah.
with your experience, like you know that that's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can still push out extra loops when you're coming in at 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'm waiting for tip number three.
Oh, tip number three. Um, hmm. I would probably say just going back to what Sarah did for me is to have your crew film and video you. Not so much of a tip for yourself, but it's really good to look back on because I'm terrible at doing that kind of stuff when I'm running because I'm just focused on what I'm doing. Um, but it's really fun to watch what you've done
Yeah,
and look back on it. So I think it's cool if you ask your crew, can you take photos and videos and stuff? Because you won't regret it. You'll look back and go, oh, that's really cool.
yeah,
Look what happened there, and
yeah,
that's what I've done. And like Sarah's done that for me twice now, and it's awesome to look back on. So
yeah,
I'd say do that. Like if they've got time, get them to do that because it's a good memory to have.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love it.
Hmm.
Well, congratulations on such a big run. I'm looking forward. Hopefully, we run in the same race again sometime.
Yeah, well, we've been lucky. We've done it a few times now, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
So, Dead Cow Gully was
Yeah,
Wild
yeah.
Dog.
Wild dog.
What
Yeah.
else? Any others?
Uh, well, we would have seen you. You were doing the live
Oh,
stream, so
yeah.
we didn't run together, but we saw each other.
Hmm,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, I've done that a couple of times.
Yeah, your live stream at Dead Cow was amazing. You hats off to you. That was
Um,
I don't think anyone moved from their seats the entire time.
Thanks. Yeah, it was pretty hardcore, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I was in heaven for
Yeah,
those 5 days. I was in absolute heaven.
yeah.
And,
Are you going to do it for satellites this year?
I'm pretty sure that that's the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, Red did ask if I would, um, and I said yes. So I
Yeah.
will.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, um, but yeah, unless someone better comes along, then
Oh,
I'll.
there's no one better than you,
But I think
Pato.
the team will be me, Wazza, and the
Yep.
Roach, and we'll probably
Ah,
do a rotation thing. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, because I was going I didn't even realize. I've actually forgot during some times during the live stream that I was doing a live stream. Like
Yeah, you're probably awake as long as Phil and Sam.
yeah, I was awake longer. They probably got
Yeah.
more sleep than
Well, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, you had to set up and everything.
because I remember there was one stage during the live stream. I thought I was in a phone booth on just out on course, and I didn't
Yeah,
really
right.
so I was what I was imagining in my head is what I actually thought was real rather than what I was seeing with my eyes.
Yeah, right. So you didn't even need to run to hallucinate. You just needed
Yeah.
to stay
Yeah.
up and do your podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, it was easily the worst hallucinations I've ever had. Like
Yeah, right.
worse than any run. It's just sleep deprivation.
Yeah, isn't
I
it
ate,
crazy?
yeah, I ate so poorly as well. Like pretty much all I ate was toasted sandwiches that
Yeah.
people would.
I remember that pizza you ate. You loved that pizza.
"Ooh, that would have been good." I
Yeah.
I remember that pizza well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, well, thanks heaps for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, no worries. Well, don't go anywhere. I'll just hit stop on news.